Atomfall is an amazing game, and we have 10 things that you need to know before playing it. So guys, in Atomfall, there is no durability. In other words, you don't need to worry for any of your items to break. So you can pretty much just hack and slash your way through most of the enemies, which is fun, or snipe them from afar. But if you notice this screen becoming a little bit black like a vignette, that is actually normal. Because as a human person, whatever you do increases your heart rate. So technically, the heart rate system here acts like the stamina for the game. There's going to be a specific number of increase whenever you move, swing your weapon, throw your weapon, shoot with a gun, jumping, and of course, running. But what happens once you do reach that vignette, once you reach 180 beats per minute? Well, for one, normally you will not be able to continue running. And two, the accuracy of your attacks will be decreased. But they added a way to make it a little bit easier for you. So in the options, you can turn on the infinite sprint. What it does is it allows you to continue to sprint even when you reach 180 beats per minute, which is very helpful if you're new to this kind of game. And this will definitely help out lessen the tension. For the third one, something very important for you to know is that there is limited inventory in this game. As you can see, I'm already fully packed. I can only bring 4 big kind of weapons and only 12 small slot items. And that includes the consumables that you need, the bombs that you create, and practically the gun that are like small. And aside from that, you also have the crafting ingredients. Now this one, the cap is also way too small. So I consistently experience not being able to pick up the items that I want. Now if you're wondering, why not put it in a stash or a storage? Well, technically there is a storage in this game. You can even put like 100 of that, but you cannot place the ingredients. So if you're not crafting, or you can't craft because you don't have the recipe for certain items yet, then you'll just be practically hoarding all those crafting materials. Because so far, there's just an abundance of items that you can loot. And obviously, you can loot dead bodies, but you cannot loot all the enemies. And with that said, animals in this game are mostly enemies. And the ones that I'm sure that you'll be encountering would be the bats, the hornets, the fish, and even the rats. Oh, and just a tip, if you're up against rats, make sure to find their home and destroy it first before actually trying to deal with them, because if not, they will just swarm at you. Let's go to the fifth one. The game also has a skill tree, but in order for you to actually open up everything, you do need a manual for each of those missing skills. Now you can get these manuals in a lot of ways. One of them is just by exploration, and the other one is through trading. The next one you need will be skill points. In order for you to get that, you do need some training stimulants, which again, you can find just by exploring. Once you have those, you are now able to unlock any of the skills that is available to you. For the next one is one of the amazing features of this game, and that is you are allowed to take down pretty much anyone or everyone. And yes, that includes this guy, the first guy that you ever meet in this game. But if you do this, please be prepared. Because whenever you take out somebody from that faction, most of the time, if you get caught, they will be hostile towards you the whole time. But this actually opens up different kinds of scenarios in your campaign, which is very interesting. So whenever you do try to take down people, please try to do it stealthily. Yes, like what I said, this game also has a stealth mechanic. All you need to do is to crouch and then look for certain bushes, and when you go through that while being crouched, there's going to be a hidden notification on the top, which means you're invisible to their eyes. But what the game doesn't tell you is that you can still hide in other bushes, even though it doesn't show up hidden. I have tested this, and it looks like this.
Let's have no trouble. Oi, what made that noise? Got out of sight. Let's have a look then. There's nobody here.
So that enemy was one of the human enemies in the game. There are even robots and ferals. These are like ghoul-ish kind of enemies that you can normally find in bunkers, caves, or underground. And like what I mentioned in my first impressions, these guys are relentless. If they see you, their aim is just to kill you. And because their hearing is quite heightened, whenever you try to fight one, normally the others in that area will try to go to you. So it's like a swarm. A good tip in fighting them is to always bring a Molotov or any kind of explosives. These are very helpful when trying to fight one or when they are pretty close together. But if you're not ready, you don't need to actually fight them. You just need to be more like a ninja when trying to explore the area. Now, Atomfall, like any other game, will also have side quests or side missions. In this game though, they are technically called leads. So what I'm trying to say is both main quest and side quest are all called leads. The only way for you to determine how different they are, or which one is side mission and which one is main mission, the main mission will always have a main story at the end of its title. And by the way, with this game, there are multiple ways for you to update or acquire the main story leads. It goes back to the main thing of this game, which is all about exploration. And with that, you can also explore and find out information about the game or an event that happened in this world, and they are called your findings. Now for number 10, let's go back to combat. It's a big sad thing that we don't actually have any dodge and blocked in this game. That means it's all about just being able to attack or try to evade by just strafing left or right or jumping backwards. So it does take a little bit of practice, but it's very doable. And we can actually give you more tips by checking out this video over here. If not, you can always check out my other videos right here. By the way, my name is Dark, and I hope that I'll see you again next time.